A scene script. Have you ever wondered what the world would look like in 50 years if we continue to ignore global warming? Picture this. A world where cities are swallowed by rising seas, where farmlands turn into barren deserts, where wildlife struggles to survive. A world where our children and grandchildren inherit a planet in peril. If we continue on this path, this could be our reality. This is the severity of global warming. Now, let's dive into the alarming facts about global warming. Global warming isn't just a future threat, it's happening now, and it's happening fast. Let's start with some numbers. Over the past 100 years, the Earth's average temperature has risen by nearly 1 degree Celsius. That might not sound like much, but when we're talking about the Earth's climate, even a small change can have a big impact. The rate at which the global temperature is rising is also alarming. In the last 35 years, we've seen a rise in temperature that is over twice that of the last century. And each of the last 3 decades has been successively warmer than any preceding decade since 1880. Now let's talk about ice. The polar ice caps are melting at an unprecedented rate. Arctic sea ice has declined by more than 30% over the last 4 decades. This melting ice contributes to rising sea levels, which have increased by about 8 inches in the last century, and the rate in the last 2 decades is nearly double that of the last century. What does this mean for us? Rising sea levels mean more coastal flooding, more intense heat waves, more severe droughts, more powerful storms. These are not hypothetical situations, they are happening now, and they are only expected to get worse. The implications of these changes are serious. They threaten our homes, our health, our food and water supplies, and even the very existence of some species. But remember, these alarming numbers aren't just abstract statistics. They represent real changes to our planet, changes that we can see and feel. Changes that affect every single one of us, no matter where we live. These numbers are the reality of what our planet's future looks like if we do not act. They are a wake-up call, a call to action. Because if we don't act now, we may not have a chance to reverse these changes later. These numbers are not just statistics, they are the reality of our planet's future if we do not act. The effects of global warming are far-reaching and affect us all. Let's start with weather patterns. Global warming is causing weather extremes, from scorching heat waves to bone-chilling cold snaps. These aren't just uncomfortable, they're dangerous. In the last decade, droughts and floods have increased by about 20%, causing billions of dollars in damage and untold human suffering. Next, let's talk about biodiversity. Our planet is a web of life. Each species plays a role in maintaining this balance, but global warming is disrupting this delicate equilibrium. Scientists estimate that at the current rate of warming, we could lose up to 50% of all species by the end of this century. That's not just a loss for nature, it's a loss for us. Many of these species are vital for pollination, pest control, and even our own health. Speaking of health, global warming is also affecting us directly. Rising temperatures are expanding the range of disease-carrying mosquitoes, leading to more cases of diseases like malaria and dengue. Heat waves are increasing the risk of heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses. And air pollution, exacerbated by higher temperatures, is leading to more cases of asthma and other respiratory diseases. Global warming is not just about polar bears and melting ice caps. It's about our homes, our health, and our future. Global warming is not a problem for future generations. It's a problem for us right now. But all is not lost. There is still time to act. Yes, you heard it right. Each one of us has the power to make a difference. As individuals, we can reduce our carbon footprint by making small changes in our daily lives. Something as simple as switching to energy-efficient appliances, recycling, or even opting for public transportation can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Communities can also play a crucial role. Planting trees, promoting renewable energy sources, and encouraging sustainable practices within neighborhoods are just a few ways communities can fight against global warming. And let's not forget the role of governments. They have the power to enact policies that promote clean energy, regulate emissions, and incentivize businesses to adopt greener practices. The clock is ticking. We need to embrace these actions with a sense of urgency. Every step, however small, is a stride towards a more sustainable future. The future of our planet is in our hands. We must act now to combat global warming and ensure a sustainable future for all.